Hello, everybody. Welcome to Crafting for the Holidays. Yay! So, first I want to say hello to everybody. And I want to wish you Merry Christmas because that's what I grew up saying. Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, or whatever other holidays that you are celebrating at this time of the year. I hope you're having fun with family and friends. And if not, if you're by yourself, well, I hope that you can watch us or have been watching us for the last couple of days, the last 2 days, and today, which is now Boxing Day. That is December the 27th. And you're having a laugh, and we're keeping you company. And I don't know what I was going to say at that time, and you'll find out that that is normal here on this channel, okay? And by the way, I am Diane of Diane's Diamond Painting Journey. Yes. Didn't think I was going to be able to make my video this year because, long story short, I had a little accident. I broke my ankle on October the 17th. Today is actually, oh, I actually got a candy in my mouth too. Shouldn't be doing that. And today is actually the 10th of December that I'm filming. Managed to figure out how to get it to table, boys. I did it. And I might have to take breaks in filming, but what odds? I'll get her done. So I just figured I'll do what I was going to go to a big market here in Belgium. For those that don't know, I'm a Canadian living in Belgium, and so I had went to our local local craft fair last year in our town, but I was going to go to the big one this year. But nope, can't do that because with the broken ankle, cannot walk. No, I'm in a wheelchair. Holly. So if you're out there like me now and an illness or an injury has squashed all your plans for Christmas, I know how you feel. I do. Because there's no room even here for a Christmas tree because we have a bed. I got a bed downstairs here now in the living room. So I can sleep. Yeah. Because me no can't go up no stairs. See, that's how I broke my foot falling down the stairs. Yeah. And for those wondering, no alcohol was involved. No. So, yeah, so if you've had some unforeseen circumstances happen and you find yourself not being able to do what you wanted to do for Christmas, I am totally with you. I know how you feel. So, but let's get on with this now. So, what I hope to tell you about this year is things I used to do at home for Christmas. I come from the province of Newfoundland and Labrador, and which is actually two different land masses. If you look at the map of Canada, over on the right side, you'll see this island, great big island. And that's the island of Newfoundland. I was actually born on the island. And then Labrador is up above us, attached to Canada. Next door to Quebec. And so our traditions sort of come from England, Ireland, Scotland, because that's who found us, who bumped into us with their boats and settled in Newfoundland. We drove the French out, apparently. Not me personally, but they had a little fight, and all that stuff, right? Yeah. But so I'll tell you like how we used to celebrate our Christmases, and hopefully you'll enjoy that while I try to kit up the first diamond painting that I've tried to kit up in almost 2 months. Wish me luck, people. And I'll be in that, oh, it's a big finger, hey. I'll be in that chat there with you too. So it's 12 noon East Central Standard Time for you all. and whatever time zone you're in too then. And that makes it 7 p.m. for me in Belgium. I'm 7 hours ahead of Central Standard Time. And I got my naughty elf hat on. Yeah. So I'm going to pause this for a second. Oh, got an itchy nose. I'm going to pause this for a second, and I'm going to set up the camera so you can see me try to kit up. Yeah, because who knows what's going to happen, because I haven't done it in so long. But I'll be back in a second. Just a second, okay? And I'm back. I think I'm back. Anyway, let's see. I gotta straighten up this wheelchair thingy. Yeah, I had to learn how to use a wheelchair. I'm not a good wheelchair driver yet. So this was I got a painting on the table I was doing. I only got 2 sections left. Is the 10th by Mandy Manzano. And then I was going to do this one next. Treasure Quest by Randall Spangler. It's 70 by 81 and it's squares. And just because it's hard for me to get to my stuff, I'm using just round containers from Art Dot and all that stuff. Oh, why now? I gotta stop at 1 more second. Okay, doke. We are good to go. So, if you're not used to watching me kit up, it's probably like spill the drills time, stuff like that. I'll put the wrong label on something. You know, all the things, right? All the things. This one, I don't know when I bought this one. A while back now. But, with all that being said now, Christmas. So, home in Newfoundland. Of course, Christmas is normally family oriented if you're close to your family. And if you're not, well, hey, you can still celebrate it on your own. If you're whatever or whichever holiday, that you partake in. And but back home, I mean, everybody you see like on TV, you see all these places with all the houses done up, and inside people got the houses totally done up. Well, that's just like us home. There's Christmas trees everywhere. There's lights on all the houses. The lights on the Christmas trees indoors. Lots of decorations. And, I don't know, traditions, I suppose, you know. Our family, let's say. That's all I can talk to you is about my family. What we used to do. Now, growing up, so both sets of grandparents were with us then. So growing up, we would go down to Dad's parents for Christmas dinner, like at 12 o'clock, noon. And we would have the big turkey dinner. That's all. Christmas dinner home is the turkey dinner. So you got your big old turkey. And, like I know families, I mean, they'll cook like a 50-pound turkey. Yeah, you heard me right. 50-pounder. And then you got the stuffing, and that was always inside the turkey. I didn't know you could do it outside the turkey till I was way, way older. And I'm just going to, these ones here now that got left over, because I don't know, some of these colors, I got a lot to them. So I got 80 bottles there, and there's 60 colors. But I'm going to put them in the baggie like this for now. And once I get a bottle or two of each, then I'm going to decide if I'll use another bottle for these, right? I hope that makes sense, because sometimes what I say doesn't make no sense, you know what I'm saying? And right now, I'm just going to put them in no particular order. I'm just putting them in the order that they are. So, Christmas Day. Well, let's start back. We got to start back before Christmas Day. In Newfoundland, now I didn't know this either till, steady out. I got them all in there, but I don't know if they're going to go. I didn't know this till like a couple years ago. But on December 23rd, back in Newfoundland, it's called Tibbs Eve. Tibbs. Tibbs Eve. Now, probably, well, it's a time to go out and have a beverage with friends and stuff that maybe you won't see over Christmas, or, well, yeah, the family I'll see, well, most of us. And, or go out to the bar with your buddies and stuff, you know, the ones that are home for Christmas and that you're afraid that you're not going to get to see them over Christmas because of all, maybe family obligations. And you'd have a big old, a big old party, let's put it that way. Now, I always thought this was everywhere, you know. But apparently, the only place that this exists is in Newfoundland, Canada. Yeah. Maybe it was invented by some people that wanted to, now, because back in the day, and still to some extent today, people were very religious. And all different religions too, but people were very religious. And they wouldn't probably drink during like Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, Boxing Day, which is now the day, 27th. And so they picked the 23rd to go out with their buddies and have a time, as we would say back home. They'd have a time. They wouldn't be fit to look at on Christmas Eve, but there you go. At least they're only in the morning, eh? Oh, my. And, no, everybody didn't go out and get drunk because not everybody drinks. But, you know, the ones that did. And so as we got older and, well, when we got of legal age, I mean, we'd go out with our friends, too. Because there wasn't really a lot to do home then. I mean, you had, what you had bought probably. And you had, the decorations were up for weeks. And so all then you were really doing was waiting for Santa Claus to come. And helping your mother the next day prepare some of the things for Christmas dinner. So you'd go down the 23rd, and you'd have a time. I'll throw some Newfoundland stuff at you. We'll have a time. And so then we got Christmas Eve. I used to like to go to the stores and the malls on Christmas Eve. Not to buy stuff. But we used to go with some friends. We'd go, and it was then that you'd see who was home for Christmas. Because people came home for Christmas, lots of times never had everything bought. So they'd be at the stores like going crazy trying to figure out what they're going to buy, who and what for Christmas. And, got 3 bags of that one. 2 stickers for sure. Do I have any spare stickers? Yes, I do. Do I have a pin? Oh, no. Hang on a second. I'm apparently not prepared at all. Just 1 second now. I'm going to say that more than once tonight. Back with my pen and my stickers. So, yeah, Christmas Eve, we take a trip to the mall. Just to see who was around. And now the mall always closed early, too. Closed probably 3 o'clock or 4. That was back in the day now, boys. That was back in the day. But now it, I guess they stays open forever. I had to concentrate then while I was writing. Sorry, I had to shut up for a second. So yeah, we'd go to the mall and we'd have a look around, see who was where. And then go back home. So, Mom, now, we did this for the longest time. I don't know what we did as young kids, but Mom wouldn't cook a big dinner on Christmas Eve because we were going to have the big turkey dinner twice on Christmas Day when we were kids, too, and young adults. So, sometimes she'd cook, and sometimes, in the later years, then we used to always have Chinese food on Christmas Eve. It became sort of tradition to have Chinese food on Christmas Day, which was fine by me. And so we go to the mall. Sometimes Mom would go too if she wasn't too busy. And we'd look around, see who was there. And maybe we'd buy something, maybe we wouldn't. And, there's a bit of static in that one. Dirty devil. And then we go home, we'd eat our supper, we put on some nice clothes, and we go to church. Now, anybody tell you I'm not a real big church goer? But I used to sing in church when I was a kid, though. But anyway, go to the church for Christmas with Mom and Dad. You know, be nice to them. Gotta be nice to your parents when you can, because they're not here forever. And then our family tradition was, this was since I could remember, we would go drive around town and look at all the Christmas lights. And I'm telling you, we'd be driving for hours sometimes. And the stuff people would put up, and like the big designs and whatnot, and oh my God, it was so beautiful. I'm still putting the extras like in the baggies here until I decide what I'm going to do with them all. And we'd have so much fun. And then I'm going to, how many times will I say that tonight, boys? Good gravy. We'd come home. Now we are Protestant, United Church of Canada. So we didn't have a midnight mass. I know our Catholic friends, they had a midnight mass. And we would come home from our drive. And now, Mom and Dad, when we were younger, now it was just Mom and Dad, but they'd start peeling the vegetables for the Sunday dinner, Christmas dinner. Turkey was already thawed. And stuffing already made. And we would then, Mom would say, all right, go get the Christmas presents. Were they too, Mom? Like me and my sister didn't know, eh? Yeah. We had all them Christmas presents scoped out so long. It wasn't even funny. But did we tell anybody that? No, because then they'd move them the next year. And we would go get the Christmas presents. Mom would direct us, and we'd go get the Christmas presents and bring them out, put them underneath the tree, and go get whatever we had bought, and put it underneath the tree, hide it so Mom and Dad wouldn't see it. And oh my, it was so much fun. And we could open one present that night. And Mom would always pick who we could open it from, an aunt or an uncle. And probably when we were smaller, too, because you always got new pajamas on Christmas. We were allowed to open up our new pajamas. But it was great fun. What was even more fun was watching we always had a cat. Watching the cat try to climb the Christmas tree and everything. And Mom chasing the cat away. Oh my, when the poor old cat would get to the top, Dad would have to go get the cat out of the tree. Oh, geez, but I don't ever remember the cat knocking the tree down. I've never had a cat that did that. Now, there was years when I lived on my own that I secured the Christmas tree to the wall, put it in a corner. I always put mine in the corner because the way my living room was. And I would put the tree in the corner. Before I had it decorated, I would take some fishing line. Some fish, normal nylon, hardly can see it fishing line. Put a piece, so say that's the tree, and here's the wall on here, right? So I'd screw in like a cup hook. They got screw out, and it's got that curly, it looks like a curly thing with here's the screw that will go in the wall. And I would string a piece of fishing line through the tree so it was actually touching the center, the center core of the tree, and knot it on the other end when I knew I had enough, and put it on, hook it over the cup hook. So if I might lose ornaments, but I wouldn't lose the tree. Maybe I had a cat that almost knocked the tree down. Maybe that's why I started doing that. We're not sure. Yeah, so we'd go back to Mom and Dad's now. See, I'm all over the place, boys. And now, when I say boys, I don't mean males. That's another Newfie slang. As B-Y apostrophe E. No, B-Y apostrophe S. Oh, I got. And that was, wait, no, I got to draw something. Got to draw the symbol. And DMC. Yeah, so that just stands for anybody, boys. Boys, look at that. Because otherwise I would say boys. So it's just, again, some Newfie slang. That's what we call ourselves, Newfies from Newfoundland. And save the tree. So we put out all the presents and be like in wonderment of like how these presents all got there, because Mom was a good shopper. She didn't have tons and tons of money to spend. But what she do, like I used to do, and still do sometimes. Well, now it's harder anyway, but anyway, stop. I'm going to keep talking. She'd be shopping like all year round. And, but she'd wait till closer to Christmas to, say, buy some special toy or something, or some clothing, because you know how youngsters grow fast. And but like she'd be get us little things like earrings and stuff, and put in our stockings, and like your pajamas and stuff like that, you know, whatever, right? So we'd have all that ready. And then we go to bed. Mom and Dad drives to bed while they finished up doing everything for the Christmas dinner. And then they'd sneak in the room with our stockings. And it was the only time in the year that we got in our stockings, we got, you know, there'll be socks and underwear and probably pens or pencils too, because we were, you know, when we were school age. And little trinkety things and a little pair of earrings or something, or a little bracelet. Now, I'm not talking nothing expensive. Maybe later on in years it was maybe something more expensive, but back in the day. And but down in the bottom of the stocking, there was the biggest orange you'd ever see. They get, like, we were on an island. Well, you got to think too. It costs a lot to get stuff shipped there, and prices weren't cheap, and they're still not cheap, and they never will be cheap living on an island. And Mom would buy them great big oranges and put in the sock, and she'd have the big purple grapes in a tin foil, and she would have a red delicious apple. Now, a red delicious apple is the one that's got the 5 points on the bottom, right? And really, home back then, that's the only time you'd see them was at Christmas time. And maybe there'd be a pack of candy or something too. Oh, yeah, Lifesavers. Oh my God, can you remember the books of Lifesaver candies? That was always in our stocking. Oh my, that was so good. And there's like things like that you'd expect to have in your stocking, right? You know. And at some point, me or Sherry, my sister, it's only two of us, whoever woke up first, would take the stocking and then sneak into the other one's bedroom because you didn't want Mom and Dad to hear you. Because they tell you to go back to bed. Now, this might be 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning. And because usually we'd wait till 6-ish or so, not much more after 6:30 though, to wake up Mom and Dad, because I mean, they might only went to bed 3 or 4, we'll say 3 o'clock in the morning after they got everything finished. Because when we were small, yes, they put together whatever they needed to put together for the toys and put up the stuff under the tree. But when we were old enough to help, we helped, right? But not all of it though, because the gifts were marked from Santa. They weren't put out. Nope. Because then we would have not thought they were from Santa, right? Right. So I had to have a little break. Give the foot a break. So we were doing the stockings, I do believe. So yeah, me and Sissy would wake up early and we'd open up all the stockings. The stockings, this is when younger. Now, as we got older, it got later and later, right? You know what I'm saying? And we'd go back to bed then, try to go back to sleep, because we'd also sneak a peek at the tree and see that there was more stuff by the tree that we didn't see the night before. And say between 6 and 7, I would say closer to 6 on myself, we'd creep out and open up Mom and Dad's door. Go, Mom, Mom, you wake. Anyway, they'd wake up. And they'd come with us. And of course, then, like every house we had kids, there was a whole lot of going on. Getting those gifts open. And then trying to remember who gave them to you, right? Yeah. Because our aunts and uncles used to send us stuff. They all lived away. Yeah, really, most of them, yeah. Only some couple stayed at home, but the rest of them all moved away to the States and to the rest of Canada, And then we had to get ready to go to Dad's mom's, my grandma, my mama. We called her Mama. Mama and Papa. Which is funny because it's sort of close to what they say over here. But yet, we didn't know any Dutch then, did we? No. So we'd go down to Mama Jones's for dinner. And there'd be the big roasted turkey. And there'd be the stuffing. And now everything was boiled. There'd be carrots, potatoes, turnip, cabbage, brown gravy, people. No white gravy for us Newfoundlanders. Brown gravy. Turkey gravy. And a pudding. And then, of course, all kinds of cakes and cookies and stuff for afterwards. Everything all homemade. No store-bought stuff down to Mama's. She made it all herself, all her pies and cake, Christmas cakes and stuff. And then, because then Dad's brothers would be there. And, I guess Aunt Bonnie, yeah, too, was there then. Because she hadn't moved away yet when we were smaller. And, we'd, then we have to pack up all the stuff we had. Because then we had to go down to Mom's, mother's. Now, I don't remember her father because he died when we were younger. But, yes, of course, he was there in the beginning. I don't know. I was probably, I don't know how old I was. 8, 9. But, I got a picture of him in my head, but not at Christmas. So then we go down. Now, they had their cooked dinner that's what we call cooked dinner, hot dinner, at lunchtime. So then, and Mom's sister and brother would be there, because they still lived at home. And we'd have a cold supper. So for our cold Christmas dinner, Christmas supper, was you had the turkey. Now, you still had the gravy. But you had the turkey, and from the vegetables, except for from the turnip and the carrot and the potatoes, you made salad. And the cabbage was separate. And then maybe she made a coleslaw. And, of course, then you'd have the pudding and stuff, Christmas puddings still. And by the time we got home, we barely had a chance to get out of the car when we were crawling into bed to go to sleep because we were exhausted. Even Mom and Dad that day. So, Christmas Day is over. And Boxing Day, then we all got up late. And we all got up late and had something to eat. Oh, I don't know. I might have overfilled that one. No, just to the brim. We get up late and then you look at your Christmas gifts again. see what's there and play it with your games when you're younger, and when you're older, you'd be like scooting away, taking the jewelry away. You know, but mom always rewrapped her gifts as such, not with tape, but she always put the paper back on the parcels. We'd be like, Mom, just like tear open the gift, tear it open. No, I'm not tearing it open. I got to do this. And so, because for the main reason, she liked it, because she, you know, we'd leave our gifts on. We used to leave our gifts, basically almost all the gifts, under the tree for like pretty much the whole of Christmas. Now, some little things would disappear, and but she'd like the look of the parcel still wrapped up under the Christmas tree. And even as an older person, even as I got older, and like after I'd moved out and stuff, I mean, yes, I still go up to Mom and Dad's. I always lived in the same town as they did where I grew up. And my sister would come home. My sister came home before they had the kids sometimes, her and her either a boyfriend or her now hubby. Well, they've been married quite a while. And we'd sit around and yeah, I was gonna say I still wrap up some of my gifts and leave them underneath the tree, because I was so used to seeing stuff wrapped up underneath the tree all the time. But we'd be sitting around, and then so for supper on Boxing Day, which in Belgium and the Netherlands. The Netherlands is where the province of Holland is, Amsterdam. They call it Second Christmas Day. All right? Didn't know that until I moved here. And I don't know if that's a European thing or just a Dutch thing. I'm going to say Dutch thing, probably. I don't know. And not all countries have Boxing Day either. North America does. England does. Maybe Australia. And we'd have leftovers for supper. So what we'd have is a hot turkey sandwich. What is a hot turkey sandwich? You'd have a piece of bread on your plate, and you'd put turkey on top of that, and then you'd put some another piece of bread and gravy on top of it. And then you'd still have some of this stuffing, which we call dressing. And then we would have hash with it. All right. No, we're not talking narcotics. First time I ever posted it on Facebook. Oh, my son, what is going on? People are like, "Why, you had hash for supper? What are you talking about? Which parents?" Hash is your potatoes, carrots, turnip. Mom used to cook parsnip, fried up in the frying pan with whatever leftover salt meat or riblets we had. Now, I'll tell you what that is in a minute. You would never put the cabbage in it because the cabbage was too wet. So we would, you'd fry that up in the frying pan. So you fry your vegetables you had the day before in the frying pan. And put gravy on top of that on your plate too, with some of the turkey stuffing, turkey dressing. Delicious. Try it. Try it. So all you gotta do is put it in the frying pan, your non-stick frying pan, and fry it up till you get a little bit of, golden brown stuff happening. You haven't got to over-fry it. And put some gravy on it. It's delish. And then you can have that anytime that you're, we got staticky in this one. Have that anytime that you have cooked vegetables. And whatever ones that you cook, you might cook something different than that. But you would never put the cabbage in it because cabbage holds water, a lot of water. And that would only make it too wet and sloppy, and you don't want it wet and sloppy. And like you cut it up. I was gonna say too. With the hash, Mom had it all put in a couple of bowls because there'd be lots of leftovers. And what she do is it was in a big bowl, and she'd take the big, long knife like that, and she'd go through it and cut it up. So then, like it was in chunks. And then you'd fry it up. Because you didn't mash it. No, right? It was chunky. Which was good. Which was good. Oh, yeah, Lassie, I tried to put that in there and the darn top's on it. Yeah. So that was our traditions. And then, well, the rest of Christmas was the rest of Christmas. You'd have all the stuff out around the house. And people, back in the day, people come visit you. Not so much after, as we got older, not so much people visiting anymore. It was all changed. Because normally people went to people's houses for a drink, and then they didn't want to, as the drinking laws got stricter, thank God, people didn't want to drink and drive, so then they didn't go visit because they couldn't have drink. Now, put it that way. But that's all right. I used to go visit people, just the same. And then New Year's Eve, we'd have New Year's Day. New Year's Eve, Mom and Dad went out, and when we were of age, right? We'd go out too. They didn't go out when we were small, unless someone babysat us. But I don't remember them. Well, and the babysitters would be one of the relatives. Well, I did it again. Oh, gee whiz, boss. I don't know what I'm doing. And I used to go some New Year's Eves, I'd go out, and some I wouldn't. And all depend on the mood I was in and who was wanting to go where, right? But now I do enjoy going out for New Year's Eve. And New Year's Eve, too, we wouldn't, I don't know what we used to have home for supper. We might have did Chinese food again. Tell you the truth. To tell you the truth, we might have done it again. So, but now, like I was telling you that Mom never cooked when we were youngsters. Mom never cooked a Christmas dinner till I was in my 20s. Because the grandmothers used to do it. Now, Mom's mom passed before Dad's mom. So then we would just stay at Dad's mom longer. And, but when Dad's mom got sick and wasn't able to cook, Mom said, well, I could still see her. Terrified. Now, I mean, the woman could cook. She can make a turkey and all that stuff, no problem. And, so Dad's sister was moved away then. His 3 sisters were moved away. So Dad's 2 brothers and Mama, because Papa was gone to it in. Yes, Papa was gone to it in. Would come up for supper. And Mom had a delicious meal. And we were ever so happy that she learned how to do a big old Christmas dinner. Because then we could have, then Christmas dinner, you'd have the same thing for like Easter and whatnot. And there's still lots of Newfoundland families that have that every single Sunday. Some have the turkey. Now they have all the fixings again, right? They wouldn't have the Christmas pudding and stuff, but they have the cooked dinner. We call it just cooked dinner. And blah, blah, blah. I can't remember my words. But 2, you can also have your cooked dinner with just, say, a roast of beef or pork or something. Or you can have a smaller version with chicken. But that was our Christmas traditions for Christmas. And even like I said, now when I moved out, that was probably, I don't know, 24, 25. Spilled the drills. Look at that. Spilled the drills. I knew I'd do it at some point. Let me see if I can get them back in this bag. Even when I was moved out, I'd have to be up to the house on Christmas. Now, I used to sleep up on Christmas Eve. They wanted me up there on Christmas Eve. And we'd still do the same thing. We did the same thing right until they moved into the home in 2016. They're both passed now, God love them. And still the same thing, go up, just all the same traditions, go to church, go see the lights, have the big meal, sleep after the big meal. That was always something too. You had to have that big sleep. Just because you could. And traditions are traditions. And I mean, hey, there was lots of families that didn't do everything that we did. But I know I gotta draw my little thingy bob here. My symbol. I gotta think about what I'm doing. If I can see what I'm doing, it'd be all right too. We'd be all right. Yeah, even when I was moved out now for the longest time, I had to sleep up. I don't know if I did. No, I didn't do that. I think I stopped it when I got married the first time, let's say. Okay, yeah. But we still had to be up to Mom and Dad's for like 9 o'clock in the morning. Yep. Still had to start at 9 o'clock in the morning. That was it. That was the way it went. And then, because lunch was we'd eat our dinner at, like, say, 2 in the afternoon. Now, we'd have breakfasts. After we opened up the gifts, we'd have something breakfasty. Not too big, though, because you had to save room for all that turkey. And we would have some toast and cereal or whatever, fry up an egg. You might even have a nap. And then wait for lunch. You'd be starved to death by the time dinner came because all those good smells in the house. Oh my. Well, I was going to tell you what salt pork was and riblets. So salt pork, not salt pork, salt meat is beef, but it's still got like, it's not the skin. You got a block, say, but yay big. And it's got I don't know, it's like sinew or something on the back. Whatever the meat is attached to on the animal, that's what it still be attached to. And what they did with it is you got pickling liquid. You've heard, like, I mean, you can pickle whatever you want to pickle, but you'd have a 5 or 10 pound bucket back in the day. Now it's kgs. Spilling the drills again. You take that, whatever you figured you wanted to eat. Oh, yeah, and the salt riblets, same thing, but they're pork ribs. Yeah. You take it, and then the night before you're going to eat it, you take it out and you put it in water, non-salted water, so you could get a lot of the salt out. Because back in the day, we were in Ireland. Back in the day, we were on an island, and to preserve the food, well, anywhere back in the day, right? I'm talking mom's parents back in the day too, right? You'd salt everything. I mean, you'd salt fish, right, too. I mean, everybody's heard like a salt cod or corned. Some people call it corned. And you'd salt it and preserve it for the winter. So that's what that's where the riblets and the chunks of salt meat came from, because I guess it would be meat too that was not used in another way, with a cut of meat or whatever, and then nobody ate the ribs of the pork. And I don't think they were ever beef though, just the same. And so that's what they did to make it go further, right? Yeah. So I still got a strip here to do. I'm down to number... Oh, I didn't tell you there were 60 colors in this. And I'm at number 46 now, but I'm going to stop and until... What was I going to tell you now? Well, after this one's over now, we got a couple, like 4 or 5 minutes now. The diamond painting accountant is next. And I'm going to do my best to link the playlist down below in the description. So hit that like more button and you'll see it right at the top. And or this, I don't know, someone said it might be a link to each video, so it'll automatically go to the next one. If that just happens, that'd be perfect. I'll see you in the next one too. I'll be in the chat again, as I am now. And I hope anyway you like my little story of Christmas with my hums and ha's and all that stuff, you know. But Christmas was always special. And and Boxing Day, I was going to tell you about Boxing Day. I looked up the origins of Boxing Day because, like I said, every country doesn't have Boxing Day. But what it started in England with Queen Victoria's time. So don't ask me when that was. Way back. And what they would do, the wealthy, because apparently it was a wealthy period for England under her rule. And so the people that had money would box up things that they didn't need and bring it to the poor. And also, that day, they said, the servants got the day off and they got a special box of treats. So that's the origin of Boxing Day. But I like the idea of boxing up stuff that you don't need and giving it to the poor. We used to do that at work when I was back in Corner Brook, back in Newfoundland. We'd do up a whole thing of gifts and all the ingredients for a Christmas dinner and give it to somebody, a family that needed it. We'd find out through whatever ways a family that was in need and how old the children were and stuff, and we'd do up the presents, mom, dad, and for the kids, and do up. We'd do up a whole bunch of food, everyday food, and then we do up a whole box of stuff for Christmas dinner to make sure they had their Christmas. And I miss doing that, actually. It's a nice thing to do for those that can't do it for themselves, and probably because of unfortunate circumstances. So I'm going to leave you now. I'm going to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. If you celebrate New Year, whichever way you celebrate. Again, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, and whatever else that you have, Happy Holidays, whatever else you might celebrate. I hope you've enjoyed being here. And I hope you've enjoyed other videos in the last 2 days. And there's more to come. I think we're going up to 11 p.m. tonight. Central Standard Time, I think. Whatever time zone you're in. So, from me, Diane, at Diane's Diamond Painting Journey, I wish you all the best for 2025 because I don't think I'll see you before then. And I hope I made somebody's day a little brighter. I hope you watch it. It'll always be there for you to watch. And until we meet again. So bye for now. Here's your great big squishy hug because everybody needs a hug. And I know, how do you do this heart? I never do the heart, but I'll do it today. It's a queer heart. I know. Oh, there's the heart. There we go. Love you all. And mwah, bye.